Today we're teaching you one of my favorite burger recipes on beefwithwhatsfordinner.com, Zesty barbecue cheeseburger. This one is great to start off your summer with. It's perfect for National Beef Burger Day, which is coming up. Nothing says summer like the sizzle of a burger patty on the grill. Before we get into this recipe, we're going to talk just a little bit about ground beef. There's going to be a lot of different options in the meat case. We brought in 3 different kinds here. We have a 70-30 blend, we have an 80-20 blend, we have a 93-7 blend. My preference is an 80-20. It's a little bit juicier, it's a little bit more forgiving when you're cooking the meat. This recipe calls for a leaner cut, so we're going to use this 93-7. When you're forming this patty, make sure there's no cracks, no seams. Preferably you're making these patties ahead of time and then putting them in the refrigerator, so when you get ready to cook them, you're going right from cold to hot. Personal tip is make sure you season before you put on the grill. Once the burger is cooking, do not press it. Let it cook naturally. Let those juices stay inside. Flip it. Try to cook your burgers even on both sides. And probably the most important tip is to let it rest once it's cooked. So now we're getting into grilling, all right? This is perfect for a backyard if you have charcoal, if you have gas grill, if you have a griddle. It all works perfectly. We're inside here at the Culinary Center. I have some grill pans set up, one to grill my meat, one to toast the bun. Whatever works for you. My preference is charcoal, but we're inside, so here we go. Zesty barbecue cheeseburger. This recipe actually adds some red onion and barbecue sauce into the meat before you make your patties. I want to get into my personal chef and add a barbecue rub that we're going to put together here. Really simple, really tasty. This rub has 3 different kinds of chilies, arbol, ancho, and just a standard chili powder, onions, garlic, salt, and pepper. Okay, so we're going to mix that up. Go ahead with our onion, our garlic, our ancho, our arbol, our chili powder, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. We're gonna go ahead and mix that up a little bit. So that's our little personal touch to this recipe. We're gonna go ahead and mix our ground beef. So what I have here is I have a Carolina style barbecue sauce. This has a little bit more tang to it. It's gonna add a little bit more juiciness into the meat. Add our onions in there. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we mix that up thoroughly before we make our patties. So we'll take a few minutes to do this. This is going to add some nice tang and juiciness into the beef. Probably will get a little bit more caramelization on the outside too, because a little bit of sugar's there in the barbecue sauce. Once all that's incorporated, we're going to go ahead and make our patties. Our meat's all incorporated here. I got basically enough for 3 nice patties here. Kind of see here, we're going to make sure that the patties are nice and even and there's no cracks on them. Make sure that you kind of do this ahead of time so you can refrigerate it afterwards. They'll come out a lot nicer. We got our grill pans over here, kind of medium-high heat. Make sure that when we're seasoning things, we make sure and spread it nice and even. We don't want the spice to be clumping up on us. I prefer seasoning these both sides before we put them on. All right, we're gonna go on to our grill. Nice. Now we wait. Toasting the bun, okay? This is non-negotiable, okay? We got to make sure we toast these buns. I like to use kind of a softened butter. We have pretzel buns here. I just like to spread a little bit on these, and again, you can do this a lot in advance. We're gonna make sure the buns are toasted. This, to me, this is one of the things you just can't skimp on, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this guy. Look at that. You can kind of see like the barbecue sauce and the spice rub adds some nice even caramelization on there, which will just enhance the flavor of this burger. All right, our burgers are sizzling away over here. They're at their desired temperature. We follow USDA guidelines at 160 internal. You should smell the aroma of this barbecue spice and the caramelization of some of that barbecue sauce in the meat. We're gonna go ahead and pull these off and allow them to rest for a few. And then we're going to add our cheese onto this. We already pulled off our perfectly toasted buns, nice and crispy. So we're going to go ahead and melt some cheese on here, and then we're going to assemble our burgers. Everything is perfectly cooked. We're going to go ahead and assemble our burger. I reserved a little bit of our Carolina style barbecue sauce just to add that onto the bun. And then we're gonna go ahead and assemble. I got some really nice vine tomatoes here. To me, ingredients are everything. So I try to find the best and ripest I can. We're gonna start off with that. We got some thinly sliced onions and then a little bit of lettuce. If you had a nice little dressing, that would be good to add on here. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the king, the burger. Okay, our cheese is nice and melted. This is the kickoff to your summer. National Beef Burger Day. Doesn't really get any better than that. If you like these recipes, there's more on beefit'swhatsfordinner.com. If you like the content of this video, please like and subscribe.
Okay, and action.
All right, stick around for some fun with the team at the end of this video. One more time.
Actually, yeah, one more time. It says stick around till the end for behind the scenes burger content.
All right, stick around to the end for some extra content. Something like that. I'm looking at him. All right, we need to hurry this up because we got to eat. We got some questions here.
Toasted bun or not?
You have to toast the bun. It's a rule.
What is the favorite burger topping you can't live without?
Favorite burger topping? I mean, tomato confit. It's just a slow cooked tomato, intensifies it. And then that with like a Gruyere cheese, my favorite.
What about any favorite seasoning blends?
I am simple. Salt and pepper is probably my go-to on everything. We can get more interesting, but very simple man when it comes to beef. Fried egg, oh, I love it, man. If you're not trying to impress anybody out there and you're okay with like wearing some of the food, fried egg, runny yolk, dripping all over you, delicious.
What about a favorite condiment?
Favorite condiment? I mean, mustard, right? Again, back to simplicity.
I think we got it.
All right.